What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 28, and coming in today, we are sitting at a record of 47 and 11 on the series. This is going to be the last episode that we're using this team, so we're going to have to kiss the ultimate power of the Mega Pinsir and Emboar and everybody goodbye. I would like to see Cryogonal put in some more work today, and maybe even Umbreon. We'll have to see how things go. We also haven't used Golbat a whole lot, and one of the only times it was actually going to be on the screen, my recording software decided to cut out. So that is not so cool. Anyway, as we're getting started today, of course, just a friendly reminder, if you haven't done so already and you would like to show your support, you can do so by clicking that like button right below this video, or you can leave your thoughts in the comment section below if you have any suggestions or whatnot. That's all welcome down there. And hopefully BattleSpot will find us an opponent sometime soon, because I feel like I've been searching for a battle for quite a while. It's pretty late at night, so I guess that makes sense, but the people in Japan should be up playing, I would think. I mean, I only run into Japanese players anyway, it seems like. So, I don't know. We'll have to see what we run into today. Oh, look, somebody from the United States, from New Jersey, no less. It is like 4 a.m. in the morning where you are right now, good sir. What are you doing? Why are you awake? I know I have no right to be asking that when it's like 3 in the morning here, but anyway. He's got a somewhat threatening team. He's got the Sapphire, he's got the, I'm guessing, Mega Salamence. He's got the Dragonite, Greninja, Charizard, which will probably be Mega, and then Arcanine. So, relatively threatening team. Very quick team. He's got a lot of priority. He's got 2 Pokemon that can have extreme speed, so that is always an issue. Cryogonal kind of just poops on this team. Cryogonal poops on a lot of teams on BattleSpot, to be honest. It one-shots Greninja, unless it's Focus Sash. It's, well, that's assuming it goes for a water move, of course, because it does outspeed us. It one-shots Salamence, most likely. Probably won't one-shot a Dragonite just because of multi-scale, so we need to be careful in case it has weakness policy. Probably one-shots Sceptile. If it's Mega Sceptile, definitely one-shots it. And HP Ground can do a significant amount of damage to Arcanine. Not going to kill it, obviously, because Arcanine's pretty bulky. So I am going to bring them a Champ, just because the Assault Vest could prove to be very useful against the Greninja, which Cryogonal might not be able to beat on its own, depending. And I will bring Emboar as well, because that Scarf could prove to be very, very useful indeed. So we will see what he wants to bring. I do not know. I do not know. Hello, Mr. Jeremy. We're going to lead off with our beautiful Snowflake, the Cryogonal, and he's got Dragonite. So I feel somewhat safe just going for Freeze Dry here. It's not going to kill in any universe, and it may activate a weakness policy, but I would like to get as much damage on this as possible. I mean, I kind of have to go for an attack, and I can't hit him with HP Ground. I don't have Umbreon with me, so I can't just bank on the fact that I can just foul play it later. So he is just going to switch out into Greninja. That is not a switch into Cryogonal, my friend. As much as I love the shiny Greninja, that's just going to die or go down to its sash. No, that's just dead. That's just dead. Clearly he forgot about Freeze Dry because, I mean, you would never switch in a water type in on something that gets Freeze Dry unless you forgot about it. So now he's going to go right back into Dragonite, and that just means we don't have to worry about Greninja, which is great because that actually outspeeds Cryogonal. And it could give us some issues, especially if it was physical. It could just OHKO us with like Rock Slide or something. So I think we're going to do the exact same thing. I mean, having Greninja out of the way is great and everything, but I think we still need to just get damage on this thing. I have Machamp, which can most likely take a hit, I would think, and he's probably just going to kill me, not go for a Dragon Dance. Probably. Keyword probably. I will Freeze Dry here, and that doesn't even do half thanks to the multi-scale. And he's just going to show off the Fire Punch, which is actually pretty good coverage on Dragonite because it hits some steel types that would otherwise wall Dragonite, such as Ferrothorn, which doesn't really take too much damage from any of its attacks. So it just OHKOs it, I would think. But he did not get a speed boost up from Dragon Dance, so we can just go into Emboar and Stone Edge, but that requires us to hit a Stone Edge, unfortunately. I think we have to bank on that because I don't want to get outraged with Machamp I just don't think that's worth it, especially if his last Pokemon is Sceptile. So I'm going to go for the Stone Edge, and it misses. He goes for the Dragon Claw, not the EQ, and that's not going to kill, so we have another chance to hit a Stone Edge. Of course it would miss. Of course it would miss, and he goes for Extreme Speed. That's not going to kill because, yeah, we survive on 6, and we miss a second Stone Edge in a row. Really, RNG gods? Is that really what we're doing right now? So now we're going to have to bank on Machamp to win us the match here. Thankfully, he showed off that he does not have the, what is it called? Outrage, I would think, because he showed the Dragon Claw. So Dragon Claw, Fire Punch, Extreme Speed, maybe Roost, maybe Dragon Dance, I don't know. Ice Punch will kill this, and we'll see what he goes for. Depending on what that third Pokemon is, though, we may have just lost. We had 2 chances to hit a Stone Edge. We couldn't even do that. It's an, what is it, an 80 base power move, or 80, I can't talk, 80 base accuracy move. Oh my goodness. We outspeed this thing and go for an Ice Punch and kill it. What was this thing running? How is that even possible? That makes no sense to me. Did I miss something and he missed an attack? As he goes for Substitute, and it's Sceptile, so we basically won this match. He can't kill me with anything, unless he's physical. If he's like sub SD, maybe, but I'm not going to let you get a sub up. I'm just going to continue to Ice Punch you. I don't understand how it was faster than a Dragonite. Machamp is slow as balls. That had to, like, not be perfect IV's Dragonite. It had to be, like, really low speed IV Dragonite. As he goes for the Leaf Storm, that doesn't even do half. And you're going to die to an Ice Punch because you're a Sceptile. Not even Mega Sceptile, which is fine because Sceptile functions just fine on its own. But that was a little surprising. That could have really mattered too, because if he had gotten off a Dragon Claw plus a Leaf Storm, that may have been enough to kill. Because Leaf Storm didn't do that much, but Dragon Claw I would think would do over half to a Machamp. I don't understand. Or maybe it was just minus speed nature? I think we got a little bit lucky there. Maybe he just didn't know what he was doing? I mean, his Dragonite set wasn't, like, terrible or anything. And he clearly had multi-scale, otherwise he would have died to a Freeze Dry, so it's not like he was completely clueless. I don't really know what's going on there. I will take the win, though. That's 48 and 11 on the series, and we have a little bit more of a threatening team here. We see the Zapdos, Aegislash, Greninja again, Latias, which is pretty cool to see, the Mega Lopunny, and Blaziken. Did I say Blaziken twice? Well, let's just make it a third time. Blaziken. So, Pinsir could be very useful for that Blaziken, because Speed Boost is a problem, but it also can't do a whole lot to Golbat, unless it has Knockoff. It could have Stone Edge, but that's not an OHKO in any universe, unless he gets up Swords Dances, like I mentioned. Emboar could be useful, but I don't think, and by I don't think, I mean I know it doesn't outspeed Mega Lopunny. Jolly Scarf does not help us do that, because we're base like 65 speed or whatever. So, I mean, Emboar could still be useful for potentially Aegislash, although King Shield could prove to be a problem. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. Although, looking at his team, again, Cryogonal just poops all over the place. It hits everything on his team except for Lopunny for super effective damage. Hidden Power Ground's not going to do too much to an Aegislash and might activate a weakness policy, but it's still something that we can hit it with. The Zapdos might get to it KO'd by a Freeze Dry. In fact, it probably will. Blaziken, I don't know if it'll get OHKO'd by a Hidden Power Ground. It might, just because it's pretty frail. Latias does not want to take Freeze Dries. That's definitely at least a 2-hit KO, if not an OHKO, depending on if it's offensive or not. I guess I'd have to calc that. I don't know my Cryogonal Freeze Dry Life Orb to Latias calcs too well. Greninja, obviously that just gets KO'd. So I definitely want to bring the Cryogonal. I'm going to bring the Machamp. Actually, no, I'm going to bring the Emboar. And we're going to bring Golbat. So at least we get to see Golbat in action. And we've got the champion music going. Very nice. Very, very nice. I'm excited that I'm starting to capture some legendaries in the Omega Ruby playthrough, because I unlocked some more music tracks with that, so that's cool. So we'll be listening to some extra music. He sends out these shiny Zapdos, which looks almost exactly the same as regular Zapdos. So, sorry to say, you're not different, my friend. I'm just going to go for Freeze Dry. You can't kill me with anything, even if you have Heat Wave. That's not killing in any universe or galaxy. And is that a crit? No, he just survives on 1, and he gets frozen, which is really freaking stupid, I will say, as he's going to eat his Citrus Berry. We may have gotten low rolled there, so I don't know how bad I feel about that, especially because he can't kill me with anything. Clearly, that was offensive Zapdos, though. That had to be for it to do that much. I'm pretty sure even with max HP, like if it was defensive, physically defensive, that he would be at least in the yellow. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making things up. It's kind of unfortunate for him, like I said, but not game-changing. It's still just the principle of the whole freeze thing, which is kind of annoying. So I understand your pain if you're raging a little bit. He is going to go into the Lopunny, and I'm going to go right into Golbat because you can't really do anything to me. You might have Ice Punch, but I can wear you down, and that's all I need to do, honestly, because that's just it. I just need to wear you down. So if I can Toxic you, that'd be great. That's going to be the goal here. He is going to go for the Fake Out because that's what all of these things do. They all just have Fake Out because that's their way of getting their Mega up. So that's fine. So I mean, obviously, I don't want to attempt to switch here. I don't know why I clicked that. I guess we just want to Toxic this thing to get some residual damage going. The only thing he could possibly have to hit me would be Ice Punch. And he does have the Ice Punch. Is that even going to do half? No, it's not. It's not even going to do half. And we don't miss a Toxic because apparently in Gen 6 you cannot miss Toxic if you are a Poison type. I did not know of this mechanic change until a couple of weeks ago, and it turned my whole world upside down. It really did. Okay, it didn't, but it's just some nice knowledge, I guess. He's going to go for the Thunder Punch, and that does pretty much the same, and we're going to roost that off. So now we can go for a Super Fang, I think. Yeah, we should definitely be able to take another hit. We might want to roost one more time so we can take a second hit so that we can Super Fang. Because we do not outspeed this or anything, so a couple of Thunder Punches will probably kill. Might be in our best interest to roost. You know, I'm just going to Super Fang. I'm just going to go for it. He is going to go for the Ice Punch. And, oh yeah, we can take another one of those unless he gets a crit. So we're fine. And that will speed up the process a little bit. So I think in 2 more turns he will die to the Toxic. Or 1 more turn if I go for Super Fang here. I think it's probably better for us to just go for Roost. Because with my luck, I will miss a Super Fang, and that's not good. He is going to go for the Ice Punch. That's not going to kill. We're going to survive barely. And the RNG returns the favor by freezing Golbat solid. And that actually did matter because we were going to take the next hit and actually outlast this Lopunny. So that kind of stinks, but that's what I get for Toxic Stalling, I guess, because that was really all I was doing. I was being kind of a bad person there. This Golbat set is kind of bad. It really is. It's just a blatant stalling set, essentially, with Super Fang and Taunt. So it's kind of like a stall-breaking set, kind of, sort of, just really without an attack. But I don't know. Anyway, we get rid of the Lopunny, and the Golbat is going to go down with it, so that is really what Golbat's job was, so I'm kind of okay with that. His last Pokemon is going to be Aegislash. This could be a problem. This could really be a problem. I have to go for a Hidden Power Ground. I mean, Freeze Dry is not going to do anything. All it would do would be to help me not activate his weakness policy, but I don't know if that's worth it. I think we need to get damage off. Because 2 Shadow Sneaks probably just kill me just because of my bad defenses. He's actually not going to go for the Shadow Sneak here. That does a lot of damage, and it's going to activate his weakness policy. That's not good. So we're just dead here, basically, with whatever he goes for. Flash Cannon, maybe? Or maybe he has a physical attack. Yeah, he's just going to go for the Flash Cannon. That is super effective. We're not taking that at +2. If he was not at +2, we probably would take that, even though we're offensive, just because Cryogonal has a ridiculously high special defense stat. So I will go into Emboar now, and he's going to King Shield, and he's going to lower my attack, and it's going to be a sad time. We might lose this. We might lose this. I have to lock myself in the Flare Blitz, though. So yeah, he is going to get the attack drop here. So we're going to be at -2 as he goes for the King Shield. The only thing we can have going for us is if he only has Shadow Sneak to attack me. Like, if he has Flash Cannon, I don't know what his other move would be. I mean, Shadow Sneak's not going to kill, even at +2, because I have a lot of HP. We'll see what he goes for here. If he goes for, he's going for an attack. He's going for Shadow Sneak. That's going to lose you the game unless you get a crit. What are you doing? I guess that's the only thing he had to hit me with. But that's just not even going to do half. And now that you have base 50 defense, even at -2, Choice Scarf Embor is just going to ruin your day. And Aegislash goes down. Maybe he had Toxic as his other attack. I mean, if that's the case, he could have just Toxic King Shield and alternated. And I think ultimately he would have won that. But either way, we're going to get the victory there. So that's going to be a double victory today. That's going to bring our record to, what, 48-11? Is that correct? No, we were 47-11 coming in, and we won a game, and then we won another game. So we have to be 49-11. I don't know. I'll go back and rewatch it, and we'll have the record straight. But that's going to be it for this team. And that's going to be it for this episode. Next time we'll be bringing some fresh faces. I think I'm going to replace everybody because that Umbreon's been on the team for seemingly forever. I will switch it out, and we'll get some interesting stuff going on. If you have any suggestions, of course, feel free to put that in the comment section. But that is it for this time. If you enjoyed, make sure you're leaving a like rating or comment, whatever you would like to do, and I will see you all next time. And until then, game on.